name is Duran. I'm the Chief Executive at Plato Alpha Design. Well, in my role, my primary purpose is to make sure that the company meets its targets and objectives and that the team is fully on board with our mission. And they understand our values, and then we relay that to all of our customers throughout the region and throughout the world. Well, the biggest challenge that I would say I face in my role is building the company to where it should be, right? Because obviously we're still a startup, we're building out to be a proper company. So that's what I would say is the biggest challenge of my role, and just making sure that we keep the team well motivated and that we also meet our targets and objectives. Well, you never really overcome that challenge as the founder of a company. You're always trying to build the company larger than it can be to make sure that you achieve your objectives and your goals. So I don't expect to ever overcome that challenge completely. I expect to get better at handling it and getting more persons on board the team that assist me with handling that particular challenge. Well, what inspired me to start a company in this particular industry that we're in, software development, is primarily because we saw a need, right? Being in the Bahamas, there aren't very many locally grown software development companies. There are a lot of companies that either outsource to a lower cost area such as India or Pakistan and the likes, but there aren't very many homegrown software development companies. And a part of our values and a part of our mission is to train our people in terms of software development. And so far we've done, I think, a fantastic job at doing that, to make sure that we build other software developers up so that they can then go ahead and maybe if they don't stay with us, they go somewhere else and they're great developers and great at their job at somewhere else. Well, the most exciting part of my job is winning. That's always the most exciting part of the job. So whenever we win a new contract, win a new deal, or we win over a new star employee, it's always winning. Well, one thing that people may not know from operating a company in the software development space is twofold, right? One from the customer perspective and one from the business owner perspective. From the customer's perspective, you may not know that, hey, you can look locally for someone to create the software for you. You don't necessarily have to go elsewhere outside of the country to find that. And the second part of that particular aspect on the customer side is that you truly do get what you pay for, right? But on the business owner side of things, what they may not know is that in some cases, in most cases actually, especially in the Caribbean region, you have to accept the fact that you're going to have to train persons to become better software developers. More than likely, you're not going to get persons that are top tier in terms of software development right out of the box. That does happen from time to time, but it doesn't always happen. Well, one of the main trends in software design that I am particularly excited about is quantum computing. And what does that actually mean for us as developers in terms of the way that we work, in terms of the things that we can now do going forward, the accomplishments that we can have, and the performance improvements that we can gain from quantum computing.